last day of syllabus completion. So good afternoon once again, all of you. And during this time, whatever lecture we'll get, we'll try to complete the entire syllabus. If it is required, I will take one session on Sunday also. So be ready for that, just for one Sunday. But for that, I will inform you. Uh,
Hello, sir.
yes, Raj.
Sir, syllabus for mid-sem 2.
See, today I have sent the WhatsApp message in our group. Have you seen it? If you Today morning I have sent the syllabus for both in our WhatsApp message. Let's I just share that things. Screen is visible. Screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, yes,
Ah.
sir.
See, actually today morning this message I have sent for tomorrow PIC revision test. It will be MCQ based. Syllabus is Unit 2 and 3 only. Right? For tomorrow revision test. For mid-sem exam, if you remember, then in first mid-sem exam, the syllabus was the Unit 1 and 2. So in this, for second mid-sem, the syllabus is Unit 3, 4, and 5. And I think your paper is on around 22nd February, after 22nd February. So actually, we have to complete the syllabus before this. Right now we are in Unit 4, so probably we'll finish our syllabus before your mid 2 exam. So you have to be ready for Unit 3, 4, and 5, right? And mid 2 paper will be a descriptive. So remember this thing, right? Those who are our local students, right, they have to come for the mid-sem exam over here. Those who are outside the Gujarat, right, or international students, you might receive the message for, but the syllabus will be nice, right? Okay. Now, today we'll start with the more exercise. In last session, we have discussed up to this uh, the character program we have discussed. Can anybody tell me just which type of program we discussed in our last practical session? Last means on Tuesday we conducted again one extra session. Who will tell me that which program relevant to character we discussed? Hello, hello. Voice is audible. Yes, Raj, my voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
હા, આપણે કયા પ્રોગ્રામ લીધા હતા આની પહેલા કેરેક્ટર રિલેટેડ? Which program we discuss? Have you written this definition? બધા બુકમાં લખી છે? One minute. હા, ચાલો કયા પ્રોગ્રામ લીધા હતા આપણે? કોને લખ્યા છે બુકમાં? આપણે ગઈ પ્રેક્ટિકલમાં. See friends, this is a time wasting. At least you just give me answer, then we can continue the things. Unnecessary we are wasting a time. Who will tell me which program we discussed in our last practical? Hello, William, can you tell me? William, Edward
Sir,
William.
I wasn't available. Yes, sir. I wasn't
Which,
available.
okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
We
Michael.
did we did
Chikoba.
program number yes, we did program number 25, which was to find whether a certain variable is a lowercase or uppercase variable.
Okay, and for that we have used the ASCII code. All right, now who will tell me that what is the ASCII code of capital letter? What is the
The ASCII code for capital letter A it's 65 and Z it's 90. ASCII
oh,
code for small letter A it's 97 and small letter Z it's 122.
very nice, very nice, very good. So up to this, see, we have discussed up to 25 program and write a program to input
ज्वाइन
character.
कर
If it is
क्लास
capital, if it is capitals, then convert into small. How we can convert capital to small? Which is the logic? We already discussed. What is the gap between capital letter ASCII and small letter ASCII?
32.
32. So if you want to convert from capital to small, then we have to add 32 or minus 32.
You have to add if it is to capital to small letter. So you add 32.
Ah, because if you want to convert from capital to small, then capital ASCII code is 65, starting from 65, and small character ASCII code starting from 97. So you have to add 32, then and then you can reach up to the small letters, and vice versa. If you convert from small letter to capital, then you have to subtract or you can say minus 32. So these things we have discussed. Even if you remember this topic, this question also yesterday in theory we discussed, not theory, in practical, in switch case, even if condition also, vowel. Do you remember these things? Input one character and check whether that character is vowel or not, A, E, I, O, U. We discussed this program using two different methods. One method is using, just a minute, just a minute.
The switch case.
Yes. So vowel, yes, Maria, can you tell me? Yesterday we discussed this program, vowel. Do you remember these things? Using two logic we did this program, A, E, I, O, U. Friends, see, since last 10 minutes I am asking the same things. We have not started any new things, right? Just I want the
Uh,
answer whether you are aware about this or not.
uh, s- so we use the if else statement as well as the switch statement to find those.
Yeah, in if condition, if you remember, then we check that if character is equal to single quotation A or small a or capital I or like this. So this is one method. Another method we discuss about the switch case. So using switch case also we did. So in short, we have finished up to this 25. Then 6 also we discuss, if you remember, in theory part. Input 3 value from user and find out maximum. Let's say open. This is the questions that we discuss in our if else part. Yeah, this one. Nested if else. This is the program. So say this is the program which will find out the maximum value out of three numbers. Right? So this topic also we discuss. Now can you write this in your turbo and we'll do the practice? Is it required to do the practice over here? I think now you are able to type the program in your Turbo C and can able to execute this. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Can you do yourself? Okay, so I am leaving
Yes.
this up to you, this program. So actually what is this program? Write a program which take input of 3 numbers and find out the maximum. So what we have to do in this program? We actually input 3 numbers. So let me say 3 number is A, B and C. So here we declare 3 variables. So I already explained this. I will not repeat the same thing. Take 3 number inputs. Then see first conditions. We will compare first 2 value, whether A is greater B. If A is greater B, then we will compare A with C. પહેલા આપણે ચેક કરશું A B કરતા મોટો છે. જો હોય તો પાછું ચેક કરી લેશું. A is greater than C. And if it is that, then we finalize that A is greater. Right? A is greater. Otherwise, if A is not greater than C, then we consider C is greater. So these things. Now, can anybody tell me the change in this program about the second definition, means this definition? What I have to make changes in that program? Here we have to input 3 value and we have to find out minimum value. Then what type of changes I have to make in this program?
There we need to look at the
Equals
comparatives.
to A is smaller than B, sir.
See here which operator I have to use. If I want to find out maximum, then which operator I have used?
Greater than or
than,
equal
sir.
to.
Greater than. It means I have compare like this. A is greater than B, right? If A is greater than
Yes,
B,
sir.
then next question I have checked A is greater than C. And if both the condition is true, then A is the maximum. Now my question is I want to find out minimum value. Suppose my 3 value like this, A is 5. Suppose A is 5, B is 3, and C is, for example, 7. Then tell me which is the minimum value? Which is the
3.
minimum value? 3. Then 3 should be the output, right?
Yes.
Then how we will check? Instead of greater than, what we will check?
Less than.
Yes,
than,
A is
sir.
less than B. First we'll check A is less than B. If yes, then again we will check A is less than C. Right? So instead of greater than symbol, we have to use only less than symbol. And here we have to change the word A is minimum. I hope it's clear, all of you. It's clear, this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? So that also you perform at your in your PC or a desktop, right? Okay. Now today we'll start from here. Okay. Input. Now, who will tell me what we have to do in this program? 28 program. It's like copy in separate. So all of you just note down in your notebook that today we discussed, actually we already discussed this 26 and 27. Just you find maximum and find minimum we have discussed. Okay, then 28 program. Now see what we have to do in this. Input roll number, marks of 5 subjects. So now and find out total, percentage and results. Result and grade. Result and grade. Right? Can anybody tell me that which things we have to give input in this program?
The things that you're supposed to put input, it's the subject. Okay. The
Yes.
subject will
Roll
be,
number,
will be
sir.
the input.
Okay. So here see we have to input one roll number. Then Marks of 5 subject. What does it mean? Marks of 5 subject means how many variable we require?
5.
5 variable. So 5 variable for subject marks, 1 variable for roll number. It means 6. So let me see. RNO is roll number. Then marks of first subject like S1, then S2, then S3, then S4, then S5. Okay. So actually we have to take input of this 6 variable. This is clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we have
Yes,
to
sir.
find out, what we have to do in this program? First is total, right? Now then let me declare all these variable as a in that way. Just let me first discuss rough idea. Okay, how we can calculate the total marks? And for calculating total marks, again we require one variable. Which variable we require?
Total.
Total. Now how we can do the total? Tell me which statement?
S1 plus S2 plus till S5.
Very good. S1 plus S2, S3, S4, S5. Okay. Now, next I have to find out percentage. So for percentage is generally in which type of data? Plot, right? So let me take the variable name like percentage. Now, can anybody tell me that how we can find percentage based on total?
Total divided by 100.
Yes, total divide by 100. It's not 100, sorry. Total divide by how many subjects are there?
Total divided by
500.
5 multiplied by
5.
100.
If we consider these all marks is out of 100, right? You have to input the marks out of 100, and so total marks is, you can say, 5 subjects, so 500. And how we can calculate percentage? So total marks divided by total subject if your marks is out of 100. Okay. Now next, what you have to find out? What you have to find out?
Result.
Now, okay. So now result means what? Which things you will display as a result?
Pass and fail.
Very good. As a pass and fail, either pass or fail. Now, can anybody tell me that how can you give a results? How will you decide whether student is pass or fail? Let me consider that. Let me consider the conditions for passing is 40 marks in every subject. And how will you do this program?
You write if S1 is less than or equal to, or is greater than or equal to 40.
Okay, if S1 is
Pass,
greater than or equal to 40,
and S something just like that, you put and as an operator to all the subject and then display
very good. So I have
pass.
to write, actually I have to check the all subject like this. All subject I have to check like this,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? And if all subject marks are greater than 40, then which things I have to display?
Pass.
Very good. I have to display pass. And suppose if one of the subject is less than 40, then what does it mean?
Fail.
Fail.
Well, then we will give the message. I hope this is clear up to this. Actually, I have not written the complete program, but I have just given a hint. Up to this clear, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. let's see the and if you remember, so I'm not completely writing the program over here, just I'm giving the hint of here. So see, we have find out total, okay, and even the same thing we can convert in a program also. Here, void main, right? Now this 6 value you have to take from input. 6 value you have to take from input. Hello? Hello? So for that, you
Yes,
all of you write down the input printf scanf function for all these things. Enter roll number, enter marks of first subject, second subject, fourth, and all. Then we have calculate total, then percentage. After that, result we have calculate. Okay, this result we have calculate. Okay. So now the last is which we have to give.
Grade.
Grade, or you can say class. For example, grade means A plus grade, A grade, B grade, or here see in our definition they have not mentioned any condition. Okay, if students score greater than 70, then A plus, then B plus, then instead of grade here we will give a class. And if you remember, then we generally give the class based on
Percentage.
percentage. And if you remember, then this thing we discuss in a nest in a if else ladder. In a if else ladder. Do you remember this thing?
Yes, sir.
Right. See, this is the logic of that. How we can calculate. In that case, we have directly take input percentage. In this program, we have calculate the percentage. Now see how we can calculate the grade, or you can say distinction. If percentage is greater than 70, then we have to give distinction. If suppose not greater than 70, then we will check another condition. Greater than 16, then we will give first class. If it is not greater than 60, then we will give another conditions. I hope it's clear, all of you. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right? So now you can take a screenshot of this. Again, it is the rough idea about the program. It is not you have to write the complete program using printf scanf in your Turbo C. Take a screenshot of this. All of you take a screenshot of this. It's done. Hello.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Here, this is not 00, but actually 40. Huh? My mistake. And this is the logic of grade. Okay. So in that way, you have to write the program. So will you do yourself? We'll finish these things, 28 program. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, before I moving to the next program, let's we just again we revise our previous session. Okay, now come to the 29 program. Input day in number and print in text. Do you remember this program we have discussed yesterday? See, most of the things we discuss in theory part also, right? Using which statement we have done this program? Switch case, right? So where we have to input one day we have to input in number and display in a text. Suppose if I input 1, then it should display me a Monday. If I input 2, then it should display in Tuesday, right? Similar like this. Do you remember these things? Can I open the same program or no need? Hello?
No need, sir.
Because yesterday you took the screenshot also, right? Okay. Now, if you know how to write this function or this program, then can you write the 30 number program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference in that?
Sir, we have to input month.
Yes, here we have to input the month number. And here in above program, how many cases we require to write?
7 cases.
Here in 7 case, but in this 30 program, how many cases we require to write?
12
12
cases.
cases.
12 case, because case 1 January, case 2 February, case 3 March, case 4 like this. So can you do yourself? કરી શકશો તમે બધા? See, this is not a new program. That's why I am just revise the things, because we already discussed in theory part, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the last is 38. See, all this program you have to perform in your laptop or a desktop in Turbo C, right? After that, you have to upload the PDF, and up to 30 programs, right? You have to write, not up to 30 program, but let's say give a relaxation because you will not have a, yeah. Up to this 20 program, you write algorithm, flowcharts, and C program. After 21, you upload only C program, whatever you write in your notebook. It's clear, all of you? Up to 20 program, you have to write the algorithm, flowcharts, and C program in your notebook. After that, 21
Yes, sir.
21 to 31, in this 10 program, you have to write only a C program. No need. Even if you want to do a practice, you can do. But for uploading purpose, you can upload only program also up to 21 to 31. Okay, now let's we start the last questions program relevant to if else. Input a number and check. Okay, first, so 28 we have discussed, then 29. 29 was relevant to, yes. 29 is relevant to input day number and display in text. 30 program is relevant to input month number and display in text. And last 31. 31 is again a simple program. Input number and check whether the number is positive, negative, or zero. Okay, let's we discuss this program, right? Okay. Who will tell me what we have to do in this program?
Sir, we have to input a number and we have to check whether the number is positive, negative, or 0.
Yeah, so first thing is how many value we have to input in this program?
One
value.
Only one value, right? So let we consider one value means X variable, and we'll declare X as a integer.
integer.
Okay. Now, if we input one value, then we have to, now we have a three options. Either that value is positive, or that value is negative, or that value may be a 0. If I say, if I input value X is equal to 5, then what should be my output?
Positive.
Positive. If I input my value like this, -5, then what should be the output? Negative. And if I input 0, then it should be a 0. Can anybody tell me that how we can write that conditions?
Sir, we can use greater than, less than in if, else if statements.
Okay, good. Okay, that is one logic. Any other logic?
Sir, we write a statement, like for instance, if x is equal to double equal to -1 or negative x, then you print negative. If it is just x, you print positive. If x is equal to 0, then you print the value is 0.
So first, let's I finish that. We will take one number input from user. Okay. Now say, if here we have to check whether it is positive, negative, or 0. Then see here we have a 3 condition. Actually, it's not a 3 condition. We can able to do within 2 condition also. Right? See, if I give any number to you, suppose if I give any number to you, then which is the first question in your mind? 15.
Greater than 0.
First, you have to think about, yeah, see, as a human being, we directly check, yeah, this is the greater than 0, right? But if we want to check step by step, then which condition we have to check? You think about, I'm coming within 1 or 2 minutes. All of you write down the if condition to check these 3 things. All of you write down, then tell me. Within 2 minutes, I'm coming. Within 2 minutes, all of you. All of you write down that logic in your notebook, how we can yes, friends. Now, who has done it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Kiran. Yes, tell me what we have to do. See, here, first, see, always you have to think about like that. Here, which are the possibility of output? Which are the possibility of output?
Positive, negative, and 0.
Positive,
means
negative, and
three
0.
possibilities are there. Three possibilities are there,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay. If one condition becomes
Yes,
true,
sir.
then the first possibility, then second. Then how we have to start thinking? See, so first, say if I say that, see, let me take general questions. If I say that I will give you one number, but it is not 0, then what do you think?
It's 0.
No.
Either
Actually,
positive or negative, sir.
see, if I say that, for example, I am writing one number in this book, right? And I will say that the number is not 0. Then what does it mean? Either number is
Positive or
positive or negative.
yes, sir.
If I say in this book I have written one number, if it is 0, then if it is 0, then there is no possibility of positive and negative. See, we have a two option. Either number is 0 or non-zero. We have a two possibility. Either number is 0 or non-zero. If it is 0, then there is no other option. But if number is non-zero, then we have how many options?
Two options.
Two options. Which are the two options?
Positive or negative.
Positive or negative, right? So how we can write in terms of condition? First we'll check whether input value is 0. If the value of x is 0, then what we have to display?
Number is 0.
Input number is 0. Else means what? Else means number is not 0.
It
And
may
if-
be positive or negative.
it may be positive or negative. Then how will you decide number is positive?
If
Using
it is
else
higher or lesser than 0.
Yes. Then how we can check the another condition over here? Else if, how we can check whether number is positive?
if x
Is
is
greater
greater
than 0.
than
No,
Yes.
x is greater
See.
than or equals to 0.
No,
Mr. Yobu,
here we
nice
can-
set, huh?
Here we cannot write equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then see this condition becomes true.
Class is done.
If the number is equal to 0, then this condition becomes true. But here we will say, whose mic is on? Uso. So see here, if number is 0, then we will display 0. But if suppose number is not 0, then there are two options. Either input number is greater than 0 or input number is less than 0. So only one condition you can check, either less than or greater than. Let me check. If input number is greater than 0, what does it mean? If input number is greater than 0, what does it mean?
it is
The number is
positive.
positive.
Positive, sir.
Yes, then here we have to give the message printf, the number is positive, right? Else. Now see, if someone say number is greater than 0, then we will, if this condition becomes true, when this condition becomes true, if number is greater than 0, then it will positive. But suppose this condition is false, then what does it mean? If number is not greater than 0, then what does it mean?
It's less than 0.
It's less than 0. Then is it required to check again over here x is less than 0?
No,
This
sir.
is
We have
No,
required.
sir.
It is not required, because in condition there are two sides. Either if condition true, then this. If condition become false, then the other side always. And you can directly give the message like printf, the input number is negative. I hope it's clear now. Here this program is over. So see, in that way we have to start. We know that we have a three option. One is either 0 or positive or negative, right? So which condition we have to check first, that we have to analyze first. So here first we'll check whatever number is input. First we'll check whether it is 0. If it is 0, then we do not require to check anything. Yeah, number is 0. But suppose this number is not 0, then it will come to else part. So in that case, we have to check whether number is not 0, means we have a two possibility, either greater than 0 or less than 0. If it is greater than 0, then we will say that it's positive. Otherwise, it is negative. Let's execute this program. Before that, first I store it. This is the program number. This is our program number 31, I think. अरे नो साइन आवा કોને કીધું એ ભૂલી ગયેલા BCA. Let me save this. This is the program number. What is the program number? 31. So we'll save this PRG 31.c. तो नવું ફોર્મેટ है. Okay friends, so 31 program, and let me execute one, run this program. And yeah, suppose if I input XZ0, then it give me a 0. So first condition becomes true. And if first condition becomes true, it execute only this part. After that, control directly jump outside the if. If I execute this, if I input +6, then it gives positive. But suppose if I input -4, then it will give me a negative. So this is clear, all of you? This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now all of you just take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. Done. Screenshot is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now see, we have finished up to 31 programs, right? And you have to upload all these programs in our Google Drive, in Google Form, that link I have sent, right? In that, your name and program I have already uploaded. You have to simply select your name and program definition and upload a PDF file. That's it. In our D class, suppose if anyone name is not in that list, right, then you tell me, sir, please add my name in that list, right? So okay, so up to this 31, any questions, any doubt? Whenever you do a practice and still if you face any problem, then you directly send me a WhatsApp, right? Yes, sir, this is the error and all. So I hope all of you understood up to the 31 programs. Please respond me in a chat, so I will consider as attendance also, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Any questions, any doubt up to 31 programs? Okay, okay. Sorry, Umang Raja, he is our student, right? Can anybody send me the send the message to Umang? Okay, actually, I have reject Umang. Okay, so now in theory also, this is, see, the theory part, and today we have a 3 to 4, again today we have a 2 to 3 session, right, after 1 hour. And in last theory, we discussed about the switch case, and today we have to start from this iterative statement, right? And from this, iterative means looping. Loop is also known as a iterative, right? So in theory also we reach up to this topic, iterative part. Today I will start the iterative concepts in theory, and we also reached up to the looping programs, right? Still we have at 10 minutes, then I will not start the theory part of loop, but what is the concept of loop and why we require a loop in programming, that just I'm giving an overview. So from the theory session we'll continue the practicals. And in C language we have a 3 type of loop, for loop, while loop, and do while loop, right? So first, what is the loop, and what is the loop, and what is the use of loop in the program? That 2 things, let's say give a live demo, then you can understand. Okay, just a minute. Loop, can anybody aware about that? What is loop? What is loop?
Sir, we can play multiple statements at once.
It's used
Okay.
for repetition.
Iteration. General meaning of iteration means what? See, iteration means
Repetition.
Iteration means what? The loop, the repetition. The iterations you say, repetition you say, looping you say, all are known as iterations. Now say, let me take one practical example of the iteration. Suppose whenever we visit a fair and there is a toy train, then toy train generally see the run on a on a single track. So it will repeat the same track again and again, again and again, up to number of times. So that is something like a loop, something like a repetitions. Generally, in concept of loop, those who are local students, I am giving one example about the loop is, like the best example is the Navratri, the Dandiya Ras, right? I think international student also aware about our Navratri festivals, Dandiya Ras, where people are doing in that. People are playing the same step again and again, again and again in a loop, right? Up to number of times. It's something like infinite. So similarly, here in the loop also, in programming, whenever we want to execute certain part of the program up to number of times, right? We take one practical example. Suppose I want to display hello student message 3 times. I want to display hello student message 3 times. Then how can I write the program? Suppose, or a good morning message. I want to display good morning message 3 times. And one option is
Good morning.
You have to print it again. Please.
yes. It means I have to
Write 3 times.
yes, write 3 lines. Okay. Yeah. If I execute this program, it will give me a output
3 times.
3 times good morning. Okay. Now if I say I want to display 10 times, what you will do?
Sir, we can use for loops.
Yeah. But suppose if you don't know a loop, then what you will do?
Sir, we have to hard code it.
What you will do? Again, you will copy and paste 10 times this statement. Again, it will give the 10 times this. Yeah, up to 10, 15, it's fine. But now if I say I want to display good morning 1,000 times, then will you copy this statement 1,000 times?
No, sir.
No.
Oh, it's
No,
even
sir.
it's not a good practice to repeat the same statement again and again in programming. And in programming language, there is a facility of looping, right? And loop, what the loop will do, see, actually the C program executes the statement one by one. First it executes this, then this, like this. See, the control flow is always from top to bottom. Now, if I want to repeat the same statement, I have to move this control back again. So repetition means what? Again, we have to come back on the original place. Again, we have to repeat the same thing. So whenever you want to execute certain statement up to number of times, in that case, you can use the loop. So loop, or you can say iteration, or you can say repetition, all are the synonyms. The meaning are same. So looping is a process. The definition of looping we'll discuss in our theory part. Looping is a process, right, which execute the block of statement up to number of times. Up to number of times. Now, can anybody tell me that whenever we take a loop, we require one variable which will count the loop? Okay, we have execute loop 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time,
N.
5 time, right? So that a variable which count a loop, that variable is known as a counter variable. Which, what is the specific name? What is the specific name?
I, sir.
You can declare any, A, B, C, whatever. Generally, in loop, we declare I, but you can declare any variable, A, B, C, D. But the specific name of that variable is a
Counter.
counter variable. Okay. Now, how we can write the loop? So in C language, there are 3 types of loop: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. These are the 3 type loop we will discuss in our theory class. Okay. Now see, if I want to display this printf good morning 10 times, then what I will do? I will write this statement in loop. First, let we discuss the for loop, how to write the for loop. So the syntax of for loop in detail we'll discuss in the theory part. Here just I'm saying, first in for loop we have to mention 3 parts. 3 part means, first we have to set the counting value, okay, from which you will start the counting. So suppose I want to start my counting 1 from 1, then I will assign counter variable starting value 1, right? Now you tell me how many times I am doing this process. So see first,
10 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But I have started my counting from
1.
1. Okay. Now you just count my finger. Just count my finger, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means total 5. Okay. But you can start the counting from 10 also. Suppose 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So ultimately, whenever you write the loop, you have to set the 2 value. One is the starting value of counter, and depending on the number of iteration, you have to set the ending value. So see, if you want to start your counting from 1, then our counter will assign 1. Okay. Now, if I want to execute this loop 5 times, it means here second part you have to mention the condition. So the condition is like that: I starting from 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. So second, see, my counter should be stopped whenever the value of I is reached up to 5. Then see, my starting counting value is 1, and I have to reach up to how many times I have to count?
5 times.
5 times. It means my starting value is 1 and from 1 I have to reach 5. Then tell me, I have to increment counter or decrement the counter to reach up to 5?
Increment.
And what I
I
will do, I plus plus, right? So in that way, we will mention, so this is the looping structure. So whenever you write a loop, we have to think about two things. From the starting value of counter and ending value of the counter, right? And depending on that, you can increment or decrement. So for loop is having total 3 parts: initialization of counter, conditions. Now, why this condition is required? Why this condition is required? Why this condition is required? Which will stop our loop, right?
Yes,
If I
at
say,
5 count.
if you require to count only 5, તમારે 5 જ વખત લૂપ એક્ઝિક્યુટ કરવાનું છે ધારો કે, તો આપણે લૂપ ની ગણતરી ક્યાંથી ચાલુ કરશું? 1 થી સ્ટાર્ટ કરશું and up to 5 સુધી, right? Okay. Now say, let me execute this program. It
Sorry
will
for the
display-
disturbance, sir. Hemal Vyas, 4A. અમારે લેક્ચર છે કે કેન્સલ છે સર?
No, sir, but your timing is 1 o'clock, right? I will start at 1 o'clock. Right now I am in another session.
ઓકે સર.
Just wait for 1 minute. Yeah, I'm just finished this class, right?
ઓકે, નો પ્રોબ્લેમ.
And suppose if I want to display 50 times, then what I have to do? What I have to do?
Change
I
the
have
value.
to, yes, I have to just set my ending value 50. Now say this is 50 time it will execute. Okay, let's I just save this program and we will start the same concept in our theory part at 2 o'clock. So now all of you please disconnect. I have another session. So thank you everyone. If you have any question, then you ask me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.